Hello guys, welcome back to Knitting Catalog. So I'm happy to be in your space today, and today I'm going to share a new pattern with you in which the pattern is like a lace pattern. And I've already bring out my needle layout as I always do. So right now the both two needles at the both side are just not part of the pattern. So I'm going to leave that one aside as the edge needle. So right now I'm going to work with set of 12 needles. So, and this is the 12 needles, this is 5, another 5, then these two, making it 12. So I'm going to be manipulating these 12 needles, and mostly this two needle is going to be taking all my transfer stitches that I'm going to be transferring. So this one is just a gap in between the 12 needles. You can see this is 10 and 2, then this is a gap in between this needle at the back, and this is another set of 12, and this is a gap again, and this is another set of 12. But these two at the back is going to be like static, not moving, taking transfer stitches. So all these two needles at the back. So right now I'm going to go ahead and cast on, then let's see how the pattern works. So I want to say, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and if you are just meeting me for the first time, I welcome you. Please subscribe as well. So thank you. So guys, back to the business of today. So I've already pushed out the needle again for you to see. So this is 5, 2, another 5, making 12. This is a gap in between. It serves as a gap in between. And this is another set of 12 needle I'm going to work with. And this one serves as a gap in between to separate the pattern. And this is another set of 12 needles here. So right now, how it works, I'm going to transfer, this is 5 needles guys, so I'm going to transfer the first stitch that is close to this two needle at the center. I'm going to transfer the one that is very close to it. You see it, even this one, taking it back to this place. So this center needle always take the transfer stitches, it will hold them on it. That's the job of that two needles. So right now I'm going to move these 4 needles close to these 2 needles at the center. So I'm going to do all that to all this set of 12 needles I'm having, and leave the gap in between, the needle for the gap in between. I'm not going to do anything with it. So right now I'm going to move these 4 stitches close to this center, two center needle that is holding the transfer stitches. So right now I'm moving them, transferring them close to it, then remaining one here. So making me to have empty needle here. So I'm going to move this, transfer it back to, that is, transfer it close to the two needle that is taking the stitches, the transfer stitches. So move this, having another empty needle. So at the both side I'm going to be having another the both side I'm going to be having empty needles that is going to create a lace for me. So right now I'm jumping the gap in between and come to the set of another 12, then transfer this, then this to it at the center, at the two needles at the center. Then I'm going to move this close to the two needle at the center. So then this, then I'm going to do same here, transfer it and make it close to it. Then that's it. So I'm having another empty needle here at the both side of the 12 needles, I'm having empty needles. So this is another set of 12 needles here. So there's one needle here as a gap in between. So I'm going to transfer this and this, then shift the stitches close to the two center needle, then move this, then same here, then move this. So having empty needle at the both side. So I'm going to knit 2 rows right now. So that's it, 2 rows. So right now I'm going to locate this needle that is taking the transfer stitches. So this is it. So I'm going to move again by transferring stitches on it. So I'm going to move it. Is it? So I move this too close to it. That's it. So I'm creating another lace hole around here. You can see. Then I'm going to locate it again, the center 2 needle. Then I'm going to transfer and transfer this to it. Then move this close to it. Then move this close to it for me to have another empty needle at the both side of the 12 needle. So the 12 needle is actually reducing by creating a lacy hole on it. So right now this is the center needle. Then I'm moving this, then this to this one. Then I'm going to shift the next stitches close to them. Then I'm moving this close to it, then bringing the needle out, the empty needle out, to knit 2 rows. So you can see this is the center needles, that is 2 needles. So I'm going to transfer this, then this to this one. Then I'm going to change my transfer tools to 2 because it's remaining 2 stitches. What is happening is the needle started reducing down to the center needle. So that's what is really happening. So that's it. So I'm moving this to this, then this to this, then shift them close to the 2 needles at the center, then shift it. You can see. Then I'm going to move this to this, move this to this, and shift them. Then I'm going to push the empty needle to working position and knit 2 rows. So I'm going to go back. This is the 2 center needle. I'm going to move this to this and this to this. So I'm going to move this to this. I'm doing this for the purpose of like showing you how it works. I can just use the 2 transfer tools at once, like just picking my 2 and transfer. You see it? I'm like picking this and transfer, but just want to make sure you understand it. So I'm going back to my first method, then shift this to this and this and this to this, then bring them back, the empty needle back to work, and knit 2 rows. So you know the holes here represents 1 needle, so we actually have 5 needles here and 5 needles. So this is 1 2 3 4. So the 5th needle now is this and this. So you can see that the holes represent each needle. So we are gradually moving the needle in by creating a hole, a lacy hole at the side of the pyramid, a kind of pyramid. So I'm going to move this to this and this to this, then this to this, then this to this, and knit 2 rows. So at this junction, you can decide to knit 4 rows, 5 rows. No, you can decide to knit 4 rows, 2 rows, or just even number before you can start to reselect. But I'm going to just take 2 rows because I want the lace to be the lace shape to be very close to each other. So it depends on how you want it. You can decide to give it a 2 rows interval before you started selecting another lace, or 4 rows interval, or 6 rows interval. So I'm going to knit 2 rows right now and start to select again. Same process. So using your transfer tools now, all of them are just important. All the transfer tools, they are just important in this kind of pattern. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use all your transfer tools to make the selection of this needle or of this pattern so easy. So I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to go close to this 2 center needle that is taking the transfer, just like that. Then I shift with this, then I'm going to go here, then transfer, then use the 2, then come here, transfer, then use this, then come to this side, then I'm going to transfer, then use this. You can see that it's so easy than the method I was just trying to use to make sure you understand how to select this. So then use this. I'm actually moving them close to the 2 needle that is taking the transfer. So you just be careful that you did not drop any stitches. So that's it. I'm going to push them back. to working position, then knit two rows. So I'm going to use this now, and I move this you can see it that is faster. Then knit two rows. Okay, so I'm going to use this alone, the 3 transfer tools, then to this, and you can see that is so fast. Then bring them back to work. I need to, so going for 2, you see, so I'm actually using all the transfer tools to do this. They are all useful. Need to, then I'm going to use 1, which is the end of the pattern. Then you can add any row you want to add before you start to select for another round of the pattern. Then 2 rows. So I'm going to knit several rows right now for us to see what we have on this pattern. So you can see what we have. This is what we have on this pattern. You can see the double line up of this panel of the 2 needle that is taking the transfer stitches. You can see how it formed the center panel on this pattern, and you can just see the wave that this lazy pattern just give us at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will find a time to practice this pattern. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.